What's up, The Buzz? I'm Ellise, and today I'm going to be answering questions for you guys.
Hurt me once, hurt you twice. Did my baby forget what I like? Burning house, close my eyes. Feel the fire, but I'm sleeping tight.
I feel like now more than ever, genre is so by the artist rather than by what kind of music you're making, because there's so many people making music right now that, your genre is kind of just whatever your special thing is. And so there's so many people that you could say make dark pop right now. What really is dark pop? Is it just pop with minor chords? Is it pop with like the little toy piano sounds? I think at this point, genre really lies within the artist and is so much less used. And pop in itself can really be anything. If you look at the charts right now on Spotify or on Billboard, it's all different technical genres of music, but they can all be considered pop because they're all popular. So yeah, I think genre is just becoming a lot more fluid, and the amount of people that are able to make music now and how much more accessible music is now versus like even 10 years ago, I think that is creating a huge shift out of like super structured genres, which I love.
I don't want your attention on anyone but me. Don't you feel this tension? It's got me on a leash. Follow any direction, anything you please. One hell of a heaven, and boy, you got the key. I'm catching a fever, I'm getting weaker. Don't understand how you're the cause and the cure.
I definitely see a really big evolution. Yeah, I think when I first started, I was so young, like I was a teenager. So I was just kind of getting my footing, getting my bearings, and like figuring out what my sound was. I've always been into like darker pop things and darker, influences in general, whether it's like music or whatever movies I liked or what books I was reading, what fashion I was into. It always leaned in this sort of like darker world. I guess I was like kind of an emo kid, like scene kid growing up. So that definitely played a part in the beginning of my music and the first few years of it. But now as I get older, I'm 26, and I feel like I'm really not necessarily detached from that, but I've just grown from that a lot, in the sense that like my life is a lot bigger now. There's a lot more people in it. There's a lot more worries in it. There's a lot more things going on, from like 18 to 26, so much life and learning happens in those years that I feel like that's definitely impacted my music, and not just like lyrically and what I'm writing about, but also sonically and what I'm drawn to as an artist with sound.
So I'm sorry, but caring about you's getting so exhausting. Doing things I swore that I would never do. But I promise you.
I think there is another gear, and it's under the same umbrella, but I definitely am moving in a I feel like Pretty Evil, the album I just put out, is kind of a mix of all the things that root me in being an artist and all the things I loved in the beginning of being an artist, all the darker, more signature things that now at this point I've kind of had throughout my music as a motif for like the past 6-7 years. But then it's also a mix of all these new influences and new elements that I really love. And I think I really tried to merge the two together. But the next music and what's coming next is definitely going to be geared more towards that newer feel and less towards the earlier stages of my music and my career. I feel really lucky to have my fan base, because many of them are literally my age. So a lot of them started listening to me when we were all teenagers, and now we're all in our mid-20s, or even some that were like, 10, 11, 12 when they started listening to me, and now they're 18, 19, 20. So we've kind of had this crazy thing where we've almost grown together. And I think they've let me explore so much. I've put out such weird songs over the years, such weird things that didn't really fit with my typical style of music. And especially because my biggest songs that I guess started getting me a fan base were technically Halloween songs. So, I could have been trapped in that, and my fans could have been like, oh, we hate everything unless it's not a Halloween song. But they've been super just open to hearing what I can make, and they've never hated on me for dropping something out of the ordinary that isn't my usual sound. I think of the live music at now, which is such a crazy thing because I started touring so late in my career. I never thought of the live aspect when I was making my previous album, never thought about it when I was making like my old Halloween EPs. But now that I'm in this era of my career where I'm consistently touring and trying to tour more and more, I feel like as I'm making the music now, I'm wondering like, how is this gonna sound live? And it's so interesting to go into live rehearsals because sometimes you think a song is gonna like really, you know, translate live and sound amazing. And you're like, oh, this is like kind of fucking boring. Like this is not, this isn't translating live. Or, you know, you have a song that you didn't really care about and then suddenly the live version is like your favorite part of your set and it's like the most amazing song of the set. So I think playing it live definitely adds like that extra notch of, you know, you have the band, and I love my band, my drummer Aaron and my guitarist Evan. We literally are like best friends. We are so locked in at this point. We're about to do our 5th tour together. So now we just have fun. Now we're like the weird band kids in high school that are like skipping lunch to go like do band. And we're just gonna make this tour that's coming up hopefully the most crazy of all. So I'm excited. It's such an exchange of energy to like be on stage. And you're right, those 16-year-old girls that have been lined up since 9 a.m. and are sweating and are screaming, that is like the most pure form of raw, just like passion for music that you can ever see. And I know that because I was that as a 16-year-old girl, and like going to concerts and just crying because you're like, oh my God, like I still cry at concert videos. And like not even anything sad. Like I just watched a video of Cat's Eye doing Gnarly and I just started crying because I'm like, they're so good. Like they're so good, and you can just tell like they're such performers, like from the top of the head to the tip of their toes, like they are on that stage giving everything, and that just like makes me very emotional. I don't know.
You fucking freak, please. How did you get my skin between your teeth? Creep. How do you get so high off my heartbeat? Perfect never lasts when you think about it. All good things go bad when you get to the end.
Usually when I write a song that is like genuinely personal, not one of my like fun bops, but like, you know, a Valentine or other songs on the album like Evil or Feel Better Together, when I finish a song like that, I feel like I've kind of put the bow on something. Like I healed through it, I did what I needed to do, I talked about it, I did whatever I needed to do, and then at the end of it, it's like now I can make a song about it. Now the song is kind of like the finishing bow on top, and I can put it away and not think about it again. It's kind of like my last, it's like the final boss before you're over the situation for me. I think you can make yourself relive the pain on stage, and I do try to like really get into the actual words I'm singing on stage so that it comes across, and I can put myself back there, but I'm definitely over the situation emotionally, and I also do try to kind of like keep those emotions compartmentalized and not put myself back there too much, because the other thing about performing and being on tour is like that's already a very high stress just environment to be in, and there's a lot going on. You're in close quarters with a lot of people, and you know, all of these things. So to really like put yourself, and many of my songs are very deeply sad and about like the saddest parts of my life and the worst things that have happened to me. So I think if I put myself in that headspace too much for performances, I would just be really depressed all the time. So I more so try to like kind of bring it in, know what I'm singing about, have purpose with what I'm singing, but not method act, because that can get dark fast for me.
Speaking of the future, you said that you had a couple of other gears and surprises for that. Are you already on to the next project, or are you just having a pen and paper?
I'm very much on to the next project. Unfortunately for my fans, I don't sleep. So my next project is like 90 or 80% done. I know the name of it. I know the whole like visual aesthetic I want for it, and the title track is done, and a couple other songs are done. So it won't be too long from me before I kind of start this new era as well. It's early enough right now where nothing is set in stone. Like, I've made albums and then been like, oh, never mind, I hate it all, and then started over. But I do really love some of the songs I've made. I hope being in all these cities that I'm about to be in will get me super inspired so I can come back and just finish it all up and, you know, have an amazing project to put out soon.
I can't help but wonder, looking in the mirror, tell me what I'm missing. Like, if I looked more like you, I could fix it, fix him. Oh, Valentine, he was yours when I thought he was mine. He wiped your tears while I cried all night. Oh, I can't lie to you, Valentine. I'm comparing the blue in our eyes.
My name is Ellise. You can find me on all my socials. They're at ELLISE. I'm going on my first ever headline tour, the Pretty Evil Tour. The opening night is July 31st, and it's running all through August. And I just dropped my brand new album, Pretty Evil, and the deluxe version. You can stream them both now. Hi, my name is Ellise, and you've just been buzzed.
Cool.